through Michelle's legs. That goes down, gets smothered by Delita at 18:30 in the first period. Here from the Mini Mullins, 0-0, UMass versus Army West Point. Always a big matchup. We're on now? Sounds like we got sound, so that's good. I'm used to talking and no one listening to me, but it's a little harder when you're on here. Anyway, zeros, 18-20 in the first. Bocelli pressures Army, pushes them behind their own net. They come out near side, working up the wall. There's a good hit there, but we got the trip call, soft call. Stick to puck, gets tangled up. Army goes down. We get our first penalty of the game. Going to be 2 minutes for tripping against UMass. Not sure. Looks like Tommy Hayes, number 19, going to get dinged for a trip. A little sloppy here in the opening minute. Both teams, nobody looking to really get a good handle or a good shot. Missed handle there by Army at the blue line. Huge pressure by Sean Brown on the penalty killing unit. We're going to see Jack O'Neill, Sean Brown, LeBlanc, and Scanlon here on the kill to start. Brown chases him into the corner. Scanlon throws a hip at him, sends him wide, broken up there by Scanlon. Puck gets rattled around and out of the zone, back to center ice. Army picks up in their own end, another mishandle there. Just nobody really picking the puck clean. Passes are a little off. Long ride for West Point today. Tapped around behind the UMass goal. Scanlon steps, he gets a clear off the boards. That one bounces high but does not get out. Looks like Brendan Torgi trying to make the clear. Army played it with a glove, so we got a hand pass, face off, just outside the UMass zone. Stick-sided Delita. Goes back deep into our end. That one's cleared by number 25. I believe that's going to be Nathan Carlson. I had him as 22 on the lineup. Another good defensive addition for the Minutemen. Here's a good chance. Good pressure there from Torgi, but he gets held. It gets broken up. Torgi puts a body on Army, going down the wall. Loose puck, bobbled around. Torgi fields one and chips it out. That gets out to center ice. UMass gets a line change. Here comes LaMonica. I see Cerruti. Zach Baker is number 25. I'm very sorry. Zach Baker. I got a 24 out there now, and I do not know who that is. There's a chance for Army outside, but boy, I'm glad they shoot guns better than they do pucks, because that was about 6 feet over the goal. True honor to play Army. Oh, a little trip there, but no call. UMass, here comes, getting a little opportunity here. LaMonica gains the zone. A little this way and that, but that's broken up by Army. Loose puck gets flipped out of the zone long into the UMass end. Dunning's got Michelle. Michelle's going to make a run up the wall here with possession. Michelle rips one from outside. That's high and wide off the end boards. Good place for that puck to be. Back to even strength here. 5-on-5 hockey, still zeros on the board. Looks like Kalunga, Rosa, and Carrera right now. Dunning and Michelle. Cleared out to the center ice. Army dumps it in. That's all breaking up there. Chance for number 12, trying to make the pass out of the zone. There's Michelle. Got picked off. Good chance for them back inside, but Army just not showing much on the shooting category here. They've had a few chances, but there's Halunga working hard on the end boards. Big Elias Halunga feeds back to Dearden, number 16. He backhands it back in, but that must have skipped out over the blue line. We've got a offsides call here at 14:45. Near wall, couldn't see the blue line, but Benjamin Dearden, number 16. Paired up with Liam Scanlon, number 3. Spacelli, Hayes, and Harrington. UMass playing it tight here. A little bit of a neutral zone trap set up, giving Army nowhere to go. Well defended here. They come long. Scanlon, nice hit by Scanlon. Dumps his man into the wall. That's a nice play right there by Scanlon. That's the kind of hit the neutral zone trap will set up. Forcing them long, forcing them into tough situations. Scanlon makes them pay. Want to win that physical battle early with Army. This team is usually very fit, very physical. And usually on the larger size range, bigger players. I asked the Army setup guys here if they had a roster for me, but they didn't have anything. They couldn't even tell me the goalie's name. So, like I said, I'm glad they're better at Army stuff. All right, 13:34, we're in our own end. Cerruti rims it around on the wall. Haskell tries to make a play, can't. Good pressure from Army, just holding it in here. Nothing special, but they're creating some chances. Another chance for UMass, can't get out of the zone. Nice hit there by Jack O'Neill, number 21. He dumps his man at the blue line. Battle down low, UMass kicking and scratching here. Not quite their brand of hockey. But Army with some chances, another puck in front, but no touch on the pass, no chance to shoot the puck. There's a good hit there. Haskell takes the bump to clear the zone. Well played by number 15, Matt Haskell. Not sure what that was. There's a chance. Army, they cut inside. They get a left-handed shot inside the dot, and they go top left corner. It's 1-0 Army at 12:43. Nobody liked the non-call at center ice. Haskell gets jammed into the wall on a line change. Interference away from the play. Coach Welch not pleased, and rightfully so. Created a mismatch, odd man rush. Nobody likes it. UMass capable of playing much better here than they are. This game's a little broken here in the beginning, so let's see what we can do. 12:42, down 1-0. Army's up 5-0 in the shots on goal column, but I gotta be honest, I didn't see too many on goal shots. I'm not sure. Another chance for Army in front. And unlucky, boy, great save by Delita. UMass chipping out now. Feeding Halunga deep. Carrera on the far side. Army, they come around the horn, coming with speed. There's a puck in the skates, but they gain the zone. Play by Michelle, takes his man to the corner, but there's a point-blank chance in front. Two guys, two Army jerseys right in front, wide open alone. Nice save again by Delita. Puck goes long, but not enough for an icing. So UMass with pressure in the far end. LaMonica lays the body. Nice play there by number 14. Matthew Carrera breaks it up at center ice. Delita chips one in the air. Halunga goes far side, cross ice. Carrera dumps it cross corner. Sean Brown picks up. Sean Brown looking for help in front. There it is. Had Aiden Harrington cutting to the net. Got it on the stick, but unable to do much else. Joey LeBlanc lays a body on the wall. Army trying to get off the blue line. They can't. UMass trying to chip it out off the glass, but there's nothing there. Hayes, good feed by Hayes. Harrington wedges it up off the glass, backhand out of the zone. Army a regroup at center ice. They dump it in and rim it around. UMass trying to work out on the far bench wall. UMass up the middle, nice pass there. Bocelli gets taken down, no call. Odd man rush again. Here comes Army looking for something. They fan on the shot. Nice hit by number 25. Zach Baker, I guess. I've got Baker listed as a left wing. So I'm going to have to check that. I got Zach Baker, could be 25 or 27, and I've got this Nathan Carlson, could be 22 or possibly 25. So I apologize for that confusion. Cerruti goes backhand around, but that gets kind of flubbed into the corner. And we got a battle on the wall. This is not where you want to play the game against Army. They have good size and strength in tight areas. Want to stretch this game out, play some precision hockey. Here comes Army again, taken to the wall by 15, Matt Haskell. Good defensive play here by the Minutemen. Here's Army, loose puck in front. They rip one short side on Delita. He bodies it down and smothers it in the paint for a whistle at 9:58. 1-0 Army here. UMass with a few good chances, but mostly at our end here. First half of the first period. UMass comes around here, near side wall, chips out, nothing, nobody there. There we go, that puck's broken up, in the feet still. Here's UMass. Rosa reverses the hit, bumps off the wall. TJ Michelle picks up, wedges one off the wall. It squirts to center ice, and Army picks up. Army with a shot from outside, but that's blocked by Dunning, number 17, into the netting at 9:31. Need a little spark here for the Minutemen. Rosa at the draw. Controlled by the Minutemen. There's a puck through. The 24 feeds on to Torgi. Torgi hammers it deep. Rosa defends in the middle. It comes Army. That's hammered back in by TJ Michelle. That's on goal, gloved down and replayed. Army works out of their own end. Army far side takes the bump. Rosa across to the D. Michelle backpedals behind his own goal. Goes to the reverse, number 24. Nothing doing there. There's a nice hit. Good step defensively by 17. Dunning comes across the crease, cleans his man out on the far side. And we got a whistle stoppage at 8:49. You see one shot on goal for the Minutemen now. I believe that came from TJ Michelle from outside the zone. Army with a chance to shoot. That one goes far wide left. Army hammers it down. There's a loose puck. Great pad save by Delita. Quick low shot to the far post. Delita up to the task. Let's play LeBlanc, smothers it, covers it with a knee and a stick. Here's UMass on the breakout. We got some numbers here. Halunga slips one through and takes the hit. There's a chance from outside. Not much of a shot there, but it's on goal and deflected wide. Halunga fires one on goal, but that's picked off by Army, and here they come across the middle. Pass thrown underneath, icing waved off. LeBlanc gets to the puck first, stick to puck. Army comes in second, they pick up. Scanlon out in front of Delita. Here's a shot from outside. Scanlon tries to get a boot on it, but that goes wide right off the end boards. Here's Scanlon. Scanlon with composure. Scanlon buys a little time. He's looking for, that got gloved and went on goal, actually. He was looking for Halunga long with the sauce, but comes Army. They gain the zone. Walking in on Cerruti. Cerruti picks it up, takes it away, skates behind his own goal. Buying a little time, settling things down. That's what they need to do. Take the time, make the tape-to-tape passes. win a skilled hockey game here. Nice play there. Hayes tries to shovel one deep, but that's off some shin guards, and Cerruti's got to pick up. Cerruti rims it all the way around safely to the far corner. Good out off the glass there by number 25 for UMass. Here's Army in their own end. UMass just unable to gain the zone with possession. The neutral zone is been tough for the Minutemen and for Army, really. Once Army gets in the zone, they're able to kind of hang on and generate some offense in our zone, but not much clean through the middle of the ice. Army behind Alita, looking for something in front. Dangerous area to be. Puck broken up there again. There's another puck in front. Army with a good chance. Camped out in the crease. Boys got to clear them out of there. There's Cerruti, muscles his man down in the corner. Hayes and Harrington on the far wall. We got a line change here. Comes some fresh legs for the Minutemen. Puck gets iced. TJ Michelle comes right across. He wins the foot race there. We'll go all the way down on the Army end at 6:05. Down 1-0. Need a little offensive zone face-off win here to generate something exciting. Salbrighty. TJ Michelle, great step by Michelle. Takes all body, stalls Army from coming out of the zone, unable to get out. Good pressure here from UMass. Looking for something. Another good physical play. Here comes another puck into the corner. A lot of hard hockey being played in the corner. Here's Dunning. Dunning picks it up at center ice, gains the red line, and throws one into the far corner. Battles in the corner, but at least they're in their end now and not ours at 5:28. Army trying to flip one out, but that's batted down by Jack O'Neill. O'Neill knocks it down, wins a physical battle on the wall, and Army has to come around the other side of their net. Here they come, streaking through the middle. Army cuts inside, and that's broken up there. Still with possession. Trying to find something in front. Nice quick up. Here comes number 13. Brendan Torgy. Torgy loses it there, but picked up, carried in by UMass. Torgy, he's got Rosa up top. Rosa walks inside. Torgy on the half wall. Torgy looking low, near side. That's broken up. Rosa steps down the wall and chips one in. Rosa around the back, throws one into the danger zone, and that's smothered and covered by Army at 4:37. Big game for the Minutemen. A lot of the boys from there. Scanlon up top. He's got one at the front. He feeds Dearden on the near wall. He lobs one in off the glass into the corner, and the battle ensues. Halunga, LaMonica, Carrera. Halunga, pressure there. Scanlon up top. Scanlon rips one from outside. That goes off the stick and up off the glass. Recycled here by Dearden. Feed in front. There's a puck in front. Halunga looking for something, but nothing there. Here comes Army up the far side. Scanlon in good position. Good gap control by Scanlon. Forces them into the corner. Not much to do. They fire a shot pass on goal, but that's smothered by Delita at 3:58. Good zone time for the Minutemen there. Offensive zone time. Back in our end now. Stick side of Delita. Yeah, I see the Con Cannons here. Got some veteran parents and players here. I saw Ellis Vish earlier in the hallway. Great to see the support. And Dearden rips one on goal. That's glove down. Dearden's going to get a change. Cerruti comes on. This 25 defenseman, it's got to be Carlson because he's playing defense. So I'm going to start calling 25 Nathan Carlson. Carlson steps for the poke, but Army breaks through. 2 3-on-1 develops. Oh, great play there by Cerruti. Fakes the cover, breaks up the pass across the middle. A great opportunity there for Army. There's another loose puck in front. Army, they pick up. Trying to go D to D across the blue line, but that one bounces across and out of the zone. Army trying to recycle, but that's picked up there by Hayes. Hayes lays one in. Bocelli tries to throw one deep, but that's knocked out by Army. Chipped into the Army end. Here comes West Point now at their own blue line, trying the short feed off the wall, but that's broken up. TJ Michelle picks up, buys a little time, goes far side. Nice controlled play by TJ Michelle. Here comes a chance for UMass, but you just can't quite connect on those plays right now. I think it'll come. Just got to keep grinding out here. Comes a puck outside. Austin Kelly feeds across here. Here comes Michelle. Michelle gains the zone. He's trying to lay one in soft for O'Neill. Well, that doesn't work out. Army breaks across. Army into our zone. Little chip ahead, but smartly played by Dunning. Takes the hit to make the play. There's another big hit. Boys are throwing it around down low. There's Dunning. He slings one out off the wall, and we've got a delayed call here. Looks like Army going to get a hook. It's going to go all the way down. I can see Halunga choosing glove side of the West Point goaltender at 2:16. Number 24 of Army West Point going to go 2 minutes for hooking. UMass on the power play with 2:16 to go. Great timing here to knot this thing up at 1. Got a Halunga up top. Cerruti, Carrera, LaMonica, and Halunga. No, I'm sorry, Jack O'Neill. There's a chance. Big one-timer from outside. LaMonica winds up and lets one rip, but that's blocked by Army. Good pause play. Here comes O'Neill. O'Neill, nice play by O'Neill, takes it. Halunga rips one, looking to go over the far pad, but that's saved by. There's another loose puck in front, blocked by Army. Carrera trying to find something in the corner. He ties it up there. Army pressures. O'Neill comes in. O'Neill goes down. Puck gets thrown long out of the zone all the way down. DeLita tees it up behind his own goal. DeLita coming here near side, long stretch, finds Carrera. Carrera, drop pass for Halunga. Halunga down the wall. Halunga looking for something inside, slings it around. Design play there for LaMonica. LaMonica trying to feed Dunning, but Army camped out at the blue line. They break up that D-to-D play. Here's Army looking for a little chip in front. They get it there, but Carrera comes back and picks up with possession. UMass from their own end. Dunning stalls behind DeLita. Tees it up for Rosa. Rosa skates through. Dunning carries on. Here's Dunning, finds number 24. 24 comes into the zone, looking to get a shot off here. It's dropped up high to Rosa. Rosa cross to Dunning. Here's Rosa. Time running out on the clock. Traffic in front. Good look there. There we go. Chance up top. There's a shot. Army not giving up much. Not much to look at. Here's Dunning from outside. Dunning throws one low and into traffic. Good shot on goal from Dunning. 4 seconds left on the man advantage. 20 seconds left in the period. UMass down by 1. Army clears again, but that's going to be long for an icing, but they beat it out. Lots of fans pouring in here. Good student section for the Minutemen. Just arrived. Maybe that'll spark them up for the second period. All right, time runs out here on the first. Army up 1-0. UMass holding on. Kind of a sloppy-looking game so far, so expect to see better things in the second, and UMass to win the second period. We'll be back in 15. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry, late coming back. Got us all blocked out of the parking lot over there. It's hard to tailgate between periods when you got to go so far. All right, 18-15 here in the second. UMass still down 1. On the kill right out of the gate. I missed the penalty, but we got a minute 05 left on the kill. Not sure what we got here. We got, looks like Scanlon, Dunning. We got 2 guys in the box, so it's going to be 5-on-3 for Army here. Scanlon, Dunning, and Hayes. Tight 3, looking for something. Oh, Scanlon able to clear one out all the way down. Critical clear for the Minutemen there, and a 5-on-3. It's going to be a 5-on-3 for 45 seconds. Army out of their own end, working down the near side with speed. Scanlon defends, forces him to the corner. Steering still. Army back and forth behind the goal line. They move it up top. They work inside. Here comes the shot. Blocked. Stepped up and blocked by Hayes. Another block by Scanlon. Took a stinger there. Here's Army, but we got a whistle stoppage. Maybe the net's off. Looks like it. Delita gets it back on the pegs. At 17-28. 19 seconds remaining in the 5-on-3 for Army. A minute and 15 on the second penalty. Solid battle at the face-off dot there. Army able to hold the zone. They just cling to it. Here comes the shot. Looking at Scanlon. They go far side. There it is from the far side. Delita swallows it up. Clean in the glove on the far post. And we'll get another face-off here with 5 seconds. Excellent kill there. Dunning, Scanlon, and Hayes took the brunt of that 5-on-3. All picked up a stinger on that shift. Here's Army in the corner. Here comes UMass picking up their 4th skater. Now down to 5-on-4 as LaMonica comes on. I got LaMonica, Rosa, LeBlanc, and Dunning still out there. Oh, beautiful pick by Rosa up high in the zone. He's going to skate it all the way down into the Army end. Not afraid to have the puck. He slings one near post. Army's got to knock it down. Goaltender plays it out. Army comes back around their own end. Here comes Army up the far wall. They gain the zone. Little toe drag sidestep on LeBlanc, but cleared away by Dunning. Dunning with pressure. Rosa. Army up top. Army feeds the point. D-to-D across at the blue line. They recycle up high. Army. Shot from outside. Glove save. Stretched out by Ryan Delita, number 31. The UMass Minutemen makes a great glove save there. With 7 seconds remaining on the Army power play. Offensive zone face-off here for Army. Going to be the last offensive opportunity. Here's O'Neill at the draw. Good battle there, but Army finds a way to turn the corner. They get a shot off from the outside. Knocked down by Delita, able to glove the rebound. Penalty expires, and we are back to even strength. So Army gets a line change. UMass up to all 5 now. I see Sean Brown. Here's number 25, Nathan Carlson. I'm going to go with that. Sorry, I still don't know who number 24 is. There's a shot on goal, knocked down by Delita. Whistle stop at 16:03 in the second. Army up 1-0. UMass down early in the shot column and on the scoreboard, but closing the gap now. 15 shots to 7 for Army coming off a power play. UMass looking to get in their end here. LaMonica. Puck squirts up high. That comes out of the zone. It's tipped there. Officials kind of missed the puck coming over the blue line. Everyone loved it. There's UMass. Good poke check up high for Carrera, number 14. UMass possession, Carrera. LaMonica goes across the zone. Carlson with the reverse. UMass, Carlson, good breakout there. Halunga on the backhand, finds LaMonica. LaMonica up the far wall. He steps in on the toe drag, but Halunga trips over him. There they come, working on, nice play there. All right, all the way down into the Army end. Hayes carries it into the wall. He takes the hit. Carrera steps up. I think Hayes is out. Scanlon at the blue line. Makes a good keep. Puck off the wall. Scanlon there for the body. Excuse me, that clears the zone. Here's Bocelli. Bocelli soft, lays one in soft on the far wall. Army chips it out of play, and the face-off is going to be, should be in the Army zone. It's going to be all the way down stick side of the Army goaltender, I believe. Little discussion at the bench on the line changes with the officials. There's a shot, goes wide right. Couldn't get much on that. UMass holding the zone here. This is what we asked for. Get in their end, and we are now. Puck squirts out long. Here's Scanlon, has to chase into the corner. Scanlon rims it around on the backhand. That goes onto the far wall. 24 lays it out of the zone, indirect off the wall, but that's not connected. Stalled by Delita. Scanlon pauses in his own end. Scanlon off the end wall. Buys the time. Good breakout, but the bump pass off the wall, no good. Tough one for Torgi there. Torgi buys some time on the wall. Flips it ahead. Nice little pitch pass by Torgi. Goes in deep. Rosa's trying to get there. They call an icing. I don't think Rosa knew the puck was in the air over his shoulder until he saw it out in front of him and just stepped behind all the way. 13:49, icing on the Minutemen. Stick side of Delita. Rosa at the draw. See Torgi on the inside. Big number 16, Ben Dearden, the defenseman, in the zone. Scanlon flips one off the glass and out of the zone. It goes long, but no ice. Tipped up here at the blue line. UMass gets a change. Dunning on, and Michelle. Haskell, O'Neill, Brown line back on the ice. Army in our corner. Squeezed off there. Here comes Michelle. Michelle, little backhand chip pass on the wall, but that's broken up by Army. Dunning has a stick slashed out of his hands, no call, but the official does see it. From behind the play at center ice, makes the call, slashing, 2 minutes on Army. So UMass with a power play opportunity here at 13:10 in the second. In need of a goal, in need of a little offensive rhythm. Good opportunity to get it going right here for the Minutemen. Carrera at the draw. Puck goes into the corner. That gets cleared out off the glass, long down to Delita. Delita tees it up for Cerruti. Cerruti and LaMonica skate on. Cerruti on the reverse to LaMonica. It's Halunga coming around behind to Cerruti up the far wall. Cerruti buys time in the corner. Backhand off the wall, but that's turned over and Army chips out. Army one-on-one here with LaMonica. Flips inside. Nice play by Carrera. Just takes the puck, knocks the man off, and we got a whistle because the net's off. Not sure they really needed to blow that whistle there. UMass has momentum. They're all the way up center ice, but It's going to come all the way back down in our end. Glove side of Ryan Delita. Halonga at the draw. Army controls. O'Neal pressures. Army dumps it in deep. Here comes UMass. Eli Halonga across the middle, getting up a big head of steam. Back and forth he goes. Big stall on the boards. Halonga trying to drop it back in and recycle the puck. Can't. Here's LaMonica from outside. Oh, off a skate, rattling through. Had a chance. Here's O'Neal. O'Neal gets dumped in the corner. Picked up by UMass. Up top here, Halonga sauce across to Cerruti. Cerruti fires one from outside. That's off the stick of Carrera and up into the netting at 11:55. 45 seconds remaining on the man advantage for the Minutemen. You see Bocelli, Dunning, Michelle, Rosa, and Torgi. Torgi at the draw, Bocelli right, Rosa on the inside. Nice, controlled by Bocelli. Right up top, quickly to Dunning. Dunning back to Michelle. Recycled down low to Bocelli. Just couldn't get the clean play up top. Good pressure from Army at the top of the zone. But still with possession here. The Minutemen work down low. Bocelli trying to feed the 1T. That gets broken up. Dunning off the wall back to Bocelli. Recycled down to the goal line. Picked up there by Torgi. Torgi turns and burns. Buys a moment. Feeds back across. Up top here to Dunning. Dunning gets a look. No shot to be had there. Down low. There's a short side shot. Back up top to Dunning, but the puck jumps the stick and clears the zone. Dunning's got to leave one here. Michelle goes sauce across. Finds Rosa. Army with an odd change there. Almost looked offside. There's a chance inside. No hooking called. Good defense, good play by Delita. Army with a good opportunity there. UMass lost a couple of guys on that play. Here's a puck up top. Wow. Puck just flew right over Delita's head with a glove up off the wall. We got a whistle. We're going to have a head contact. I'm not sure who's getting that call. Megarian doesn't like it. Dunning heads to the box. Looks like O'Neal, Brown, Carlson, and LeBlanc are on the kill here for the Minutemen at 10:43. Important kill here in a 1-0 hockey game. Chance in front for Army. Oh, beautiful look on the back door. Needed a right-hand shot, but he was left-handed, could not get the shot off. Delita able to get over and stop it. Army works in the perimeter. Army down the near half wall. Looking down low. That pass is broken up a little bit by LeBlanc, but Army recovers. Army down low, looking for the cut inside. Not there. Down below the goal line, looking for the 1T in front. It's not there. Delita puts a pad on it, able to kick it away. O'Neal knocks it out. Army still at the blue line, backpedaling, looking for a shot. Loose puck in front. Great save by Delita. Good penalty kill so far for the Minutemen. Army generating some chances. They're getting some rhythm here on these penalty calls. You know, you get a few power plays in the span of 10 minutes, you start to find your rhythm a little, and neither team really been able to do that just yet. That's broken up there by LeBlanc. Army still with possession on the far wall. Army in the corner. Short side shot, nothing happening. There's Carlson. He tries to clear, but that's knocked down by Army. They recycle below the goal line. Penalty killing unit for the Minutemen pretty tired here. 33 seconds remaining on the man advantage. They've been out there for all of it, so 1.5 minutes on the kill. Good battle. Carlson goes down. Army goes down. Puck here in the corner. 18 seconds left on the man advantage for Army. Directed around the top by Sean Brown. There's a backdoor opportunity. That gets by. Nothing there. Here come the taps, 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Excellent kill for the Minutemen. Good battle here in the corner. LeBlanc stalls it and kills quite a few seconds. There's a chance in front for Army. Here comes Tommy Hayes streaking off the bench. He rims it out of the zone. That's going to go long for an icing. That doesn't get guys off the ice that needed it. You could see the look in Jack O'Neill's eyes. Excellent penalty kill there for number 21, Jack O'Neill. Killed the entire 2 minutes, plus some. That's the kill we needed. So a little momentum change here. Got some fresh legs, a little bit, but still got some guys that need to get off. O'Neill, Brown, LeBlanc, Carlson. All they were able to do was add Hayes, so they didn't get any change there. Battle in our end. Great job by Hayes to win that face-off. UMass with a flip up in the air. Able to just get out the zone to O'Neill, but that's poked away and turned over in the neutral zone. Here comes Army on the far side working on LeBlanc. LeBlanc gets stick to puck. There's a loose puck. We don't have a whistle. No goal is the call from the officials. A lot of bodies come crashing in here late. Deleted down in the net. They're sorting it out here at 8:14. UMass down 1-0. Just killed off a real tough penalty. They're finally going to get a change. There goes O'Neill, Carlson, Brown, and LeBlanc. It was about a 2-minute and 45-second shift for those guys. Excellent penalty kill. Going to get some pats on the bench for that. Here we go, fresh legs for UMass, a little change of pace here. What do you say? Dearden ties his man up. Dearden battling in the corner. Halunga, he tries to chip it out off the wall, but that's held by Army and fired in deep. Aiden Harrington works in the corner. He takes his man to the wall. I'm sorry, that's Liam Scanlon with the hit in the corner. Good battle there, and here we go. The hit springs the man. Here comes Carrera, takes it off the wall behind him from LaMonica. Good chemistry. Carrera up top. Carrera turns, fires. That puck is loose, nets off the moorings at 7:43. Little spark for the Minutemen. Army being held back on the change. Army taking a penalty here as well. So UMass going to go on the power play at 7:43 in the second. Boy, convert here, big momentum swing. See Jack O'Neill back out there for more. Carrera, Cerruti, Halunga, and LaMonica looking to make something happen here at 7:43 in the second, down 1-0 on the man advantage here for 2 minutes. No time on the clock, so I can't verify that it's 2, but I'm pretty sure that it is. Little delay here. Timekeeper's trying to get the penalty up, I believe. Getting it figured out. Shots in favor of Army, 20-9. Score is 1-0. Army West Point over UMass here halfway through the second period. Been a good game so far. Always a contest. Army always brings a game. Puck up top to Cerruti. Good hand hold at the blue line. Feeds down low. LaMonica on the backhand. Saved by the Army goaltender there on the near post. Backhand shot from Dylan LaMonica, number 8. Coming across into the slot. Get a face-off here. Carrera 1-4 at the dot. Carrera poked ahead. chipped on goal off a stick, flutters up into the goaltender's glove. It's 7:35, and we'll do it again. Carrera's going to be at the dot again. LaMonica on the wall to his right. Jack O'Neill on the inside. There it is. O'Neill steps in, tries to feed back to Cerruti, but that goes a little long. Cerruti back into his own end. Down below the goal line. Around Alita. Here he comes. Head of steam up the middle. Cerruti turns and drops. Here comes Halunga. Second layer speed from Big Elias Halunga, number 28. Takes it all the way deep. Rims it around on the backhand up top to Cerruti. Cerruti hits Halunga. Well-designed play. Seen that play before. They played it perfectly there, but just couldn't connect with LaMonica at the end. Loose puck in front. A lot of skates, only one puck. They try to clear, but Halunga just picks it out of the air like a shortstop. Recycles down low. We battle here. Carrera, O'Neill, Army. O'Neill up to the task. UMass, sword fight in the corner. Here comes loose. Here's Carrera. Carrera stalls on the puck, but Army able to clear. That goes long off the end wall. Teed up there. Nice play by Delita. Stalls on the Army forecheck. Gave his dad a heart attack for a second. I could hear it behind me. I could feel the bleachers shaking for a second there. Rimmed all the way around. Dunning. Dunning up top. Dunning buys a little time, walks down the wall. We'll stall and go for Mike Dunning, number 17. All the way around. Turns and recycles back down into the corner. Here we are below the goal line. Baucelli. Up around, Dunning again at the top. There's the 1T from Michelle on the wall. That gets sticked away. Far side. Here's another chance from Michelle. Far side. Yo! I thought it was in. Loose puck. No one knows where it is. Buried on the net in the back, maybe. Oh, good look for Michelle. Looking for a little gap on the near post. Just couldn't find one there. 5:41. We're even strength again now. Rosa at the draw. Bocelli right. Torgi in the middle. You see it, man. Cannons. We love you. Oh! There we go. I missed it, but for nothing more important than talking to the Cannons. 1-1 at 5:32 in the second. Looks like Rosa. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. I did not see the play. I hope you guys did. Alumni weekend. Lots of veterans, parents, guys here. Nick Salvatore. Tommy Milne, Ellis Vish, the Cannons. I didn't see Ryan, but great to see them here. All right, here we go. We got a 1-1 hockey game here with 5 minutes and 24 seconds left in the second period. Little spark here for the Minutemen, looking to step it up, make something happen, get a little offensive rhythm. Just haven't been able to find it yet. Haskell battles his man into the corner. Just can't get possession and clear the zone. Cerruti. Cerruti squeezes in the corner. There's O'Neill. Puck off Delita. Good save by Delita on the near post. Knocks it down, covers it up at 4:53. Shots 21-10 in favor of Army. The Minutemen tie it up 1-1 here late in the second. Couldn't convert on the power play, but shortly after, Christian Rosa tied the game for the Minutemen. Good battle at the draw there. Physical battle there. Halunga goes down with his man. Puck rattles into the corner. Pressed by Carrera. Carrera slides out. UMass trying to find a way out. There's Scanlon. Scanlon chips across into the corner. There it is. Puck rattles and bounces, but they clear the zone here. Here they come the other way, working on Scanlon. Scanlon bumps his man, separates his man from the puck in the corner. Army slings it around, but that clears the zone. Army in their own end. They go sauce across, off the wall indirect. Here comes Army again. They flip one this time into the far cross corner over the head of Scanlon. LeBlanc, forehand, fakes the backhand. LeBlanc trying to find a way out, but there's Army with the puck. Loose puck in front. Scanlon and Delita cleared the crease. Good positional defense right there. Army alone in front right there. Had a great opportunity. There's a puck in front for the 1T, but they fan on the shot. Puck squirts around. Here comes LaMonica. LaMonica, soft feed there to Carrera. Carrera, puck pops up. No one can get control of it. Touch game just not there for the Minutemen tonight. Scanlon lobs one out to center ice. Good play by Scanlon. And here come the Minutemen. Here comes LaMonica. He gains the zone. Back to Carrera. Carrera fires one wide, near side off the end boards, and here comes Army the other way. They go long. That's going to go for an icing. UMass is going to get a whistle that they need right here. A chance to reset and regroup in the offensive zone. Bocelli, Torgi, Rosa, with Dunning and Michelle at the blue line. 3:16 to go in the second. Knotted at 1. Rosa. Stall, but Army wins control down to the end boards. Chipped across. Army on the backhand. Good step and body there, but Army's going to come away with speed. 1-on-2. Army trying to work inside. Able to slide across, but bumped off the puck there by Michelle. Rosa. Rosa works up the middle. He's got a gap. Here comes Christian Rosa, number 37, with a hot hand. He gains the zone. Rattles a shot through traffic. That slings all the way around. Michelle tries to hold the blue line but can't. Has to stall and go cross wall. Great play there by Michelle. Smart heads up play. Army tries to work inside. Good body and defense there. Don't believe there's going to be any call. It's just the net off the moorings. Here's shots from Army after the whistle. Michelle finally just takes exception. Not going to take 2 jabs to the throat in a row without an answer. And no calls from the officials. It's a simple way to prevent that. Make the first call for the cross-check after the whistle. I do think we're going to see a penalty now. We're going to get a rough on UMass. Unfortunately, number 12, no, I'm sorry. No, Army is going to get the roughing call. So UMass is going to go on the power play. Critical call right there. Geez, I'm glad they got that right. It looked like they were going to maybe tee up Michelle, who had finally had enough. But no, they got the call correct. Army's going to the box in a 1-1 game with 2:34 left in the second. Clear control back to Cerruti. Cerruti fires one through traffic. Thing had eyes. I lost it in front, and so did everybody else, but the Army goaltender covers it up. Carrera mixing it up in front with Army. Game getting pretty spicy. To be expected. 1-1 game late in the second. Worth the price of admission tonight. Looks like LaMonica, Carrera, and O'Neill up front. Halunga and Cerruti on the back end here of this power play for the Minutemen. Halunga cycles out into the neutral zone, comes back in, gets the feed there from Cerruti. He's got room to shoot, tries to pull in for a better shot angle, but it gets blocked. And Army trying to break out. I think Halunga thought the long pause could maybe help him, but unable to get the shot through. Army with possession in their own end, trying to buy a little time here. They finally turn and clear it long into the Minutemen end. But here comes the pressure from Army. Battling one man. UMass controls. UMass buys a little time. On the reverse, here's Halunga. Halunga just out of reach, feeds it through. LaMonica gets by. LaMonica dodges the big hit, but Army able to clear. And there's a little touch pass, and Army's off to the races on the break. Here comes Cerruti. Army, great save by Delita. Delita quickly moves the puck, and here comes Halunga the other way. Halunga's looking for a shot. He tries to pull for the inside release, and that gets broken up. Puck back up at the blue line now, bouncing. Here comes Army, pick it up on the second layer. Torgi. Puck lost there. Michelle steps in, he reaches in. Here's Bocelli with the puck. Bocelli settles down, finds Torgi here near side. Here comes Torgi. Rosa, they cross in front of each other. Torgi a little dangle in front, but he's knocked off the puck. And Army looks to clear. We don't need to drive the lane there. We need possession and setup on the power play. And the Minutemen keep trying to just go for the throat, but we need to get set up in the zone. 4 seconds on the power play, going to expire here with UMass in their own end, getting a line change. Here they come. Even strength now. There's a puck ahead, but Bocelli knocks it down, comes away with it in the corner. Backhand feed in front. Here comes Army the other way. Michelle off the wall. That's picked off by Army. Michelle again in his own end. Finds Rosa. Here's Rosa with some room. He's got a 24 streaking in front. He leaves it there, but that goes into the corner, wide of the goal. As time expires on the second, and UMass wins the second period. That's what we asked for. That's what we got. 1-0 score for the Minutemen in the second, 1-0 for Army in the first. Leaves this game knotted at 1. We'll be back in 15. Thanks for listening in. All right, welcome back. 20 minutes on the clock. We're about to kick off the third period here from the Mini Mullins. UMass versus Army West Point, knotted at 1 going into the third period here. Sure to be an exciting one. Pretty good buzz, pretty good crowd. A few hundred loyal fans here. Alumni weekend, some parents, lots of students. Upper deck looks full. Boys should be fired up for this one. Goal by Christian Rosa in the second period tied this game at 1. UMass, little momentum here, looking to get something going. Carrera kicks it back to Cerruti. Cerruti goes D to D. Carlson. Halunga goes indirect into LaMonica. LaMonica. Carrera comes on, he picks up along the wall, runs into a stiff body there from Army. LaMonica lays the body himself, and Army flips out across the zone. They poke and attack Carlson into the corner. Good positional defense by Carlson. Nice pass right there. LaMonica hits Halunga on the tape. Here comes Halunga. Halunga tries to pull one through the legs and shoot. Good look. Good obscured shot, but that goes wide into the corner. Comes out, gets dumped back in there by Dunning. Army at the blue line, working on. Brown takes the body, sends his man into the wall, separates him from the puck, and Dunning works out of the corner. Brown up at the half wall. Army battles and picks one away there. Army, pressure by Dunning. Looks like a hold, but no call. He was holding Dunning's stick there, and now we're getting a call on Dunning for an elbow. Wow, that's a tough call right there. If anything, maybe a coincidental, but clearly Dunning's stick was being held by Army. He was yanking on it, couldn't get it away, and in the process of doing so, let an elbow fly. Accidentally, I'm sure, at 18:45 in the third. So UMass goes on the kill here again. Looks like Scanlon, LeBlanc, O'Neill, and Brown. Army up top. They work across. Blue line. Down to the dot. Back across to the other side. Blocker down there by Delita. UMass trying to clear. Rattles on the wall. They hold. D to D up top. Here's the shot from outside. Good look there from Delita through traffic. Puck gets thrown in again. Scanlon couldn't get to the clear. Army picks up in the corner. Scanlon steers them into the far corner. They go low to high. Back down low. Feed inside is broken up by some UMass skates. Army with possession in the near corner. LeBlanc gets down for it. Scanlon gets down for it. And the puck goes long and out of the zone. Excellent penalty kill there. First minute and 5 seconds gone, and the second unit comes on. Oh, chance in front for Hayes. Hayes goes forehand, backhand. He gets taken out. We're going to have a penalty here. It's going to be a tripping call against Army at 17:26. So we'll be 4-on-4 here for 42 seconds, and then UMass will have a power play for the minute 18 remaining. Both teams sorting it out. We got number 24, which that's got to be Zach Baker. I'm gonna call him Zach Baker. 25 is Nathan Carlson. 24 is Zachary Baker. They're both on the ice. Here's Carlson at the blue line. Gap control at center ice. Defends. Forces them to throw it in long off Delita. He knocks it down. And TJ Michelle picks up. Gets ahead of steam. Slams on the brakes. Goes the other way. Does it again. Michelle. Good hard stops for TJ Michelle. Here he comes up the far wall with speed. Michelle walks in. He gets a shot off from outside. It's gloved down by the Army goaltender at 16:59. Sets up the offensive zone face-off for the Minutemen. Michelle and Cerruti at the blue line. LaMonica and Halunga up front. LaMonica at the draw. LaMonica holds it in the skate, holds it in the dot. Army comes away into their own end behind the goal. Reverse on the backhand, still behind the goal. LaMonica pressures. LaMonica works his man into the wall, wins the physical battle, takes the puck away. Halunga comes on. He's looking to grab a hold of it. Broken up there. No one can win possession, and Army clears the zone. That should be long for an icing, but no. Thought we were 4-on-4, even strength, but we are, in fact, now on the power play. 5-on-4 hockey for the Minutemen for another 50 seconds. So a pause, they set it up. Here comes LaMonica up the far wall, timed with Carrera across the blue line. Drops the reverse inside. Here's LaMonica. Sorry, that was Cerruti who carried it in. Fed back to LaMonica. Cerruti trying to feed inside. Pass gets broken up. Army pokes it away, but here comes Jack O'Neill. Jack O'Neill throws it off the wall. He's going to take it in deep. He gets there first and regains possession. Feeds one right in front. But that's broken up by Army with 20 seconds left on the kill, and they send one long to Delita. Dunning slams on the brakes, loses his man. Drops one back. Here's the last up ice rush here for the Minutemen. 3 seconds left in the man advantage. Michelle drops his for Rosa. Rosa gains the zone. Rosa walks inside. He's got a shot from outside. A little bit through traffic, but the goaltender gets a good look at it and gloves it down at 15-19. Time expires on the power play for the Minutemen. Unable to capitalize. But evening up in the shot column a little bit. 16 for UMass, 23 for Army. Critical period here for the Minutemen. Army on the half wall, pressured by Brown. They kick it back around deep. UMass holds the zone. Michelle with a good pinch. Comes clear for Haskell. Haskell has to pull it out and slam it back in into traffic. O'Neill with a battle right at the blue line, but Army comes away. They try to feed in front. That gets steered away. UMass defense holds. Dunning in front. Breakout pass broken up there. Feed across. Army on a broken possession here. Army comes across at the blue line, muscled off the puck by Dunning. Army knocked down by Jack O'Neill. O'Neill and Dunning in the corner with Army. My money's on O'Neill and Dunning. No, Army comes away, but stolen there by UMass, and they clear the zone. Army has to retreat to center ice. Sean Brown pressures. Army picks up here at center ice. Number 24, Zach Baker, puts the pressure on Army. They dump it deep. Dunning picks up. He drops the reserves for Michelle. Michelle up and off the wall. Brown, he slings it up off the wall, but Army keeps it in. They walk across the middle. Can't get a shot off quickly. Good back pressure forces a soft shot on Delita. He melts it down in the paint at 13:52. 1-1 hockey game here from the Mini Mullins Friday night, alumni weekend. Yeah, win for the boys, hey? Win for the boys. Let's go, fellas. See Scanlon behind the draw. Scanlon with possession. He rattles one off the glass, and UMass breaks out. Here we go with layers. Aiden Harrington walks in. He fires a left-handed shot near post. Army goaltender loses sight of it. Good chance there. UMass in front. Loose puck. Dearden, number 16. Army feeds across, tries to work on Scanlon. They throw it in deep off the end wall, all the way around. Nothing doing there. Good defense in front by Dearden. Feeds across Baker. Baker on the backhand to Scanlon. Scanlon behind his own goal. Pauses, goes the other way. Tape-to-tape pass by Scanlon. Here comes the puck up the middle. Not good enough. Stolen by Army. They dump it back in deep. Dearden. Dearden picks it in the corner. Army pressures there. 50-50 puck in the skates. 13 minutes remaining. Scanlon battles hard in front with Army. Working in the paint. Army been trying to camp out the big forward in front. Hell of a battle there. Everyone's starting to see it. Good clean battle, dishing it out. Scanlon goes off, gets some fresh legs here. Big West Point forward steps off as well. Two big men tired out, jousting in front. I see Cerruti, I see Halunga, I see LaMonica at the draw. 12:46 on the clock, 1-1 game. Army from outside, good save by Delita. Surprise puck gets through. Into the corner. Army looking for the pass out in front. 1T, loose puck, dangerous, in the skates, in the crease. Here it comes, near side. Here's Halunga. Halunga, he's got LaMonica streaking to the goal, but Army pokes it away there. Carrera steals it away, plays it back to go forward. Here comes Carrera up the far side with a head of steam, poked into the corner by Army. Feeds LaMonica. LaMonica out back. He looks up top. He finds Carlson outside. He puts a good shot on goal to the glove side, but no traffic in front can get a stick on it. We rattle around here. Loose puck down low. Halunga battles. Halunga, LaMonica in the corner. Rattles around. Army comes away. Army, soft pass on the inside. Looking again. Can't find it. Good defense there by number 25, Nathan Carlson. Nice play here by UMass. You can hear the parents, they like that 1-2. Go back to go forward. Possession, skill. Need to outskill this team right now. Minutemen are certainly capable of doing it. Jack O'Neill, excellent pressure up front in the zone. Here it comes, followed with Rosa. Forces Army behind their own goal. They haven't been real clean with the puck, so a little bit of pressure goes a long way. Brown with a chance down low. Works on his man. Rosa takes it away. Tandem forecheck of the Minutemen causing a lot of trouble here for West Point. Brown in the far corner. Rosa comes away with it. Rosa gets tripped up. No call there. Army comes away. More pressure here up top. Michelle fires one in front. Loose puck there. Loose still. Puck gets poked out of the zone. Here's Michelle looking to get back. Whoa, beautiful stick hook by Michelle. Unbelievable to get back on that play. Reach and pick that guy's pocket. Nice play by TJ Michelle on the pinch. Here comes Army looking for the sauce across late, trying to get inside for a shot. Puck gets away from him, goes into the corner. Rosa comes and delivers the body. 10:28 on the clock. Still ones here from the Mini Mullins. Up top, Army. Blue line to half wall, turns and shoots from outside. That's gloved down by Dunning. Dunning off the glass and out. That's going to go long for an icing at 10:10 remaining in the third. Knotted at 1. Army choice on the dot. Going to go stick side of Delita. I see Michelle. I see Brown. Scanlon. Nice play out to Tommy Hayes. Broken here. Scanlon's got to hustle back for a puck that squirts into the corner. Nice play by Scanlon. A little deception at against the wall. Ties it up in the skates. Puck gets squirts free, but Scanlon steps around, takes the body. UMass chips it around here to Bocelli. Bocelli throws one out of the zone. That's a bouncing puck. Here comes UMass. Hayes across the line. Hayes fires one low. Off the stick of the Army goaltender up into the netting. Whistle stop at 9:37. Offensive zone face-off coming for the Minutemen. Fresh legs come on. LaMonica, Halunga, Carrera, Cerruti. And number 25, Nathan Carlson. You guys playing well, getting some minutes. TJ Michelle, Nathan Carlson, Ben Dearden, Zach Baker. Big game for a lot of these guys. First year here with the Minutemen. Playing Army at home on a Friday night. Closing in on 9 minutes. 9:08. Tied up behind Alita against the wall. Good feed out. The puck gets away. Army gets a shot from outside that goes up high. Carlson from behind the goal goes backhand looking for Carrera. Can't find it. Puck gets recycled around for Army. Cerruti with the pressure. Carlson comes back to help Delita, who smothers it in the paint at 8:52. Shots in favor of Army, 25-18, but UMass slowly clawing back in the shot column. Tied it up on the scoreboard late in the second period on a goal from Christian Rosa. Rosa at the draw. Rosa. Army with control, looking for the 1T up top. That's broken up by Sean Brown. Sprinting out for the shot block. Here comes Sean Brown near side. He's got a head of steam. He gets muscled into the wall. Gets taken down on the wall. They both go down, but he maintains possession, and now it's recycled up top. There's TJ Michelle. There's a shot from outside. Good save by the Army goaltender. Dunning with the shot. Able to clean it and recycle it again. Comes around to Rosa. Rosa goes back down deep. Oh, O'Neal with the backhand up front. There's TJ Michelle from outside in traffic. Good save there off the shoulder of the goaltender. Stick side high shot from Michelle. Good look through traffic. Here's Dunning hard across to Michelle. Right back up. Here's Rosa. Rosa tries to chip on the inside. Michelle from outside. Rips a knuckler. That goes just wide of the Army goaltender. Good battle there. UMass takes possession. Here's TJ Michelle. Fresh legs to burn. Here he comes. He drops one inside. Number 24, Zach Baker. Gets a real good look there. Glove down by the Army goaltender. Little excitement with a rebound in front momentarily, but that's covered up and melted down at 7:43. Shots 20-25. Scanlon and Blank step to the blue line here. Tommy Hayes at the draw. That puck comes back. Possession to UMass. Haskell recycles it deep. Army with possession down low. They clear on the near wall. There's the pass up top, but it's stolen by LeBlanc. Tries to chip back in right away to Hayes. Icing waved off. Tip puck, says the official. Hayes chips it back into the corner. Baker gives pressure. Here comes Army. They get inside of LeBlanc. There's a chance for the shot. I don't know what happened. Looked like it had eyes for the back post. They got inside of LeBlanc. And streaked down low. Scanlon couldn't get across quick enough. They got a good shot off, good opportunity, but Delita didn't give him much to look at, and somehow it stayed out. There's a shot from outside. Big number 19 of Army. Got to be 6'5 plus. Big fella. Just ripped one from the high slot, but that goes wide, high, and left. Battle in the corner here. Army picks up in the end. A little buzz move to get away. Trying to buy some time. Puck in front. Scanlon can't see it either. Right in his skates. Rattling around. Delita couldn't see it. Scanlon couldn't see it. Able to kick it away. Scanlon blocks that shot from outside. There's another one. Sticked away from Scanlon again. UMass able to clear the zone. That puck's not going to go for icing. 6:13 on the clock. Army picks up in their own corner. They rattle one all the way out. Picked up by number 25, Nathan Carlson. Tries to feed across to Cerruti. Little miscommunication there, but UMass able to come in layers and break it out across center ice. Oh, here's Halunga in front. Halunga trying to turn and go the other way, looking for the leave. Shots there, but through traffic, gets broken up. There's a chance in front. Carrera trying to find Cerruti. Here they come working on Carlson. Carlson, cross in front, chance in front. Beautiful goal in front. 2-on-1 develops, backdoor. Quick lifted shot into the upper right-hand corner. Not much Delita could do with that. Army goes up 2-1 with 5:39 to go. So 2-1 West Point here. 5:39 remaining in the third. Hell of a hockey game going on tonight from the Mini Mullins in Amherst, Massachusetts. Early season heavyweight matchup. Shots in favor of Army, 28-20. Scoreboard 2-1. Rosa breaks into the zone on a loose puck, takes Army to the wall, goes body there. Second layer, here comes Brown, kicking, scratching. Pucks in dangerous areas, that's what we need more of here, boys. And they're doing a great job. Rosa's battling in the corner. O'Neill feeds one back. Halunga tries to work low. I'm sorry, not Halunga, Sean Brown. No, that was Miss Brown. I don't usually mistake Brown and Halunga, but O'Neill trying to drop one inside. That's picked by Army. Army toe drag in front. Good physical play by the UMass defenseman, but he gets taken down head first. TJ Michelle not giving up any ground, gets up and under his man. Separates him from the puck. Slides into Delita, he covers it up. We got a whistle at 4:56. Tommy Hayes at the draw. Glove side of Ryan Delita. It's in the feet, comes back to Army. Army looking for a shot, that's blocked. Carrera tries to chip one off the glass, but it goes up through the netting into the stands. No beer spilled on the play. Those UMass veteran fans over there is not anybody going to have their beer knocked out of their hand by a flying puck, not tonight. This puck goes in, Scanlon with a skate, looking for the pass long, he's got it, and here they come. Beautiful breakout Posier pass from Scanlon, chance in front. LeBlanc steps, poke check there. Army finds a way through, working on Scanlon, nothing there. Scanlon goes down for the block, puck gets through to Delita. He makes the save, and we got a whistle at 4:26. Good setup there. Scanlon on the pause, hit the stretch pass. On the man long in the neutral zone, slowed it down, bumped it inside. Sprung UMass for a little breakaway, a little excitement, just couldn't capitalize there in front. LaMonica at the draw on his own end. Here it comes. Here comes Halunga. Halunga gets him going. Halunga has it poked to the wall, still in possession, works across the top, feeds across. There's the shot from outside in traffic. Good look there. Here's a chance up top. There's a chip in front. Shot from number 25, Nathan Carlson. Shot with purpose. Looking for the tip, couple deflections, but it goes wide right. Now we're just battling in the corner. Army, this way and that. Can't get away from LaMonica and Carrera. Two of each now. Officials looking for them to move the puck. No whistle. Army happy just to kill time. 3:38 on the clock here with them up 2-1. Nice champ there, Carlson. Steps at the blue line, breaks up the play, but it comes long into our end. Oh, dangerous soft passes there. Here we go. There he comes, Nathan Carlson, this way and that. Can't get through the Army defender, has to chip it in behind the goal. UMass on a line change, so Army with time to flip it out of the zone. Comes long into our end, Rosa picks up. Rosa feeds across. There's number 7, Aiden Harrington. Oh, nice pass by Harrington up front. Just into the skates of Baker, number 24. Can't pick it up there. Army comes from their own end. They turn and backpedal, retreat. Buy some time, work on the half wall. There's the pass across. That's going to be easily taken by Dunning. Dunning hammers it off the wall back into the Army end. They pick it up. They throw it deep on Delita. Delita knocks it down. There's a pass to Harrington from Michelle. He tips it in long. Army defends with the body and position on the wall. Rosa in front. Rosa with a chance. Backdoor opportunity for Harrington. He gets tripped up. He couldn't do anything with it. Haskell tries to leave one inside. They get it slung across. Here's Michelle. Michelle picks up. Michelle takes the body, dumps the puck. Army comes away, and there they got a man advantage the other way. Cerruti steps on from the bench, fills the middle. Defensively sound for the Minutemen. We got a whistle now. Maybe going to be a rough. It's going to be a face-off glove side of Delita. Thought there was going to be a penalty called there. Maybe there is, but it could be Halunga in the box. But we got a timeout regardless. At 1:53 to go in the third, UMass down 2-1. Down 29-21 in the shots. They've been closing that gap the whole game. They lost the first 1-0, won the second 1-0. Came into the third tied at 1. Army able to capitalize on a 2-on-1. Great pick, one-timer shot. Might have been a backhand up in the upper right-hand corner. Not much Delita could do. Back post, open shot. And that's where we stand. Down 2-1 with 1:53 remaining. Great early season matchup here. Always got to respect these Army teams. They come prepared. They're fit, they're big, they're strong. They're ready to go. The Minutemen were tonight as well. They still are. This game is still within reach. Both teams playing hard tonight. Here we go. Army controls the faceoff. There's a shot through traffic that goes wide left to Delita. Recycled down deep. Army behind Delita. Trip and fall. Puck gets wedged out. Here comes number 13 inside. Chance for UMass. There's a loose puck in front. Michelle feeds across. Oh, there's a beautiful chance in front. Nobody can get a stick on it. Puck's still loose in front. Wow, some great opportunities there for the Minutemen. Rosa got a shot from outside. That caused some problems. Here it goes long. TJ Michelle hustles back, picks it up. Net is empty. Delita is off. Here comes Michelle. Michelle with a head of steam. He's going to send it in on the goaltender. Looking for him to cover, and he does. Michelle gets around his man, hustles down. Gets a little snow on the goalie. Gets the cover and the whistle he wanted at 58.3 seconds. So offensive zone face-off for the Minutemen. See Rosa, Halunga, Nathan Carlson, Cerruti, O'Neill, and Brown. There it is. They clear. Army clears. Goes long into our end. Cerruti picks up behind the empty basket. Here comes Cerruti. He leaves it back. Here comes Halunga, second layer speed. Big man works around. He chips off the wall, gains his own, but Army's able to pick it away and send it deep into our own end. No icing. Cerruti gets there, breaks up the play, leaves it behind. There's 28 seconds and counting. Here comes Rosa. Rosa leaves one back for Halunga. Halunga has to turn the other way. We got 17 seconds. Halunga. Here comes Brown. Brown tips it on to Halunga. Halunga fires from outside, but that's controlled, and Army clears the zone. That may force it. That's going to go long into the empty net. With 4.1 seconds remaining, Army puts this one away, 3-1. Good effort there by the Minutemen, but just not enough. One really good cycle in front of their goaltender there. Just nobody could get a stick on the loose puck. Numerous opportunities, but just didn't happen tonight. So there's the final face-off. Time's going to wind down, and we're going to wrap it up here at the Mini Mullins. Thanks for listening in. We'll see you next time.